Hey Cactus crew, how you guys going? Thanks so much for tuning in as always. I'm so appreciative though because I'm moving at snail speed. My true spirit animal is a snail, garden snail, if you're interested with which type I am. Oh, look at me not turning stuff down. Yeah, and yes, this is part 3 of my reaction to Katie Joy on John Yates, January 19 this year, 2024. Yes, she had a few glasses, maybe a few bottles of wine, but you know, that happens, and she strokes her own ego, jumps on John Yates because he's the only one that, you know, he openly he has his mouth open and she just spoon feeds him. You know, they're the same people, they're the same type of person fighting for attention. So yeah, this is part 3. So if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of my coverage, it's linked below in the description box, and also replay crew, that's where you'll find the timestamps. So when you watch it, you won't be lost as me watching it without timestamps. I wish I had timestamps to react. Wouldn't that make it easy? No, I'm slow and steady. But yeah, we've already heard her talk about Todd Chrisley, Lindsay Chrisley, still referring to Lindsay as her friend, and they're really close. So it's the bullshit train, it's the carousel from hell, round and round. It's the same shit. But I do miss Lucy Lips. I do miss loose lips on Katie. You know, I do miss her drunk lives. So we do get a lot. And yeah, we're just making our way through it. What else was I going to say? Something quickly, I think. Yeah, oi, if you're in chats, don't post spoilers, okay? This is my first reaction. I've only had glimpses of the information that came from this live. I just got to take it my time because I don't have, like, I wish I could, you know, do a live for 2 hours, but I just don't have that time at the moment. So we're just doing it whenever we can. And here we are, finally on a Wednesday. Hope everyone's going well. And yeah, now you won't be going well because you're about to have a bit of KJ. Hopefully, though, we can get some fucking laughs out of it, you know, because that's what I'm here for, when the stupid shit that comes out of her mouth. Yeah, if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or X, shit. Mind blank always. What's it called? Oh shit, it's called X. At It's Crystal Bill. Yeah, everything is my own opinion as usual because it comes from my mind and then it comes through my mouth and then you receive it through your ears. Wow, I'm on one tonight. I'm not even in tune with my own singing. So what happens? It was 40 fucking degrees today. 40 degrees! I couldn't even feel my aircon. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. It'd be over 100, I'm pretty sure. But wow. Welcome everyone. We are here and I finally arrived on my channel this week. It's been hard. Like, you know, do you ever just wake up and you're just like, I don't want any Katie. I don't want to hear that monotone. I don't want to be depleted of energy because she's one of those people that drains me. And in my real life, I avoid people like her. But, you know, I can't really avoid Katie when the carousel from hell came and picked me up and I can't get off it and we can't get off it. And all we got to do is listen. I love it though. Okay, are we ready? And especially I'm more ready now that the latest updates with the 7M case. I posted them on my community board, so you can go check it out. But yeah, basically, it's not good for Katie. I can't wait. Like, this is really, really good, but I don't want to get ahead of myself because I don't like putting expectations on things, even though like I'm expecting a lot, but I don't want to because it will always not be what I'm expecting. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just treading water just so the chat has time to come in. There's like a 1-minute delay and we get all on the same page and then we can move forward holding hands together at the start and then we just break apart because we can't handle it. What am I talking about? It doesn't matter. I'm just treading water. What does that mean? Bullshitting on the spot, you know? Just trying to waste time. I'm getting everyone on the page. Okay. Am I even connected? Yes. And so we're up to like the 7, nearly 8 hour mark, but Katie came in around 6 minutes. So that's how far we've come. Oh, should I sit down here? Yeah, I'm going to sit here. I'm always like, where should I sit? But I put the captions in the middle. So, okay, are we ready? Yep, John, he's looking at me like, born ready. Okay, we're born ready then. Take a deep breath. We're going in.
Do it until Janelle came around.
That's gotta be demasculating.
He apparently likes the backside.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Allegedly.
I was going to let it play. Did we hear this? Did I not hear this last time? I think I might have been so thrown off by Katie saying anus when she's talking about enemas, because she's never come across enemas before. It's so... Now she's talking about, she can't even say it properly. He likes it from the backside. Why can't you just say, you know, just reference Farah in there somewhere and then everyone knows what you're talking about? But backside, I'm like, what? Does he... Because that's a lot, you know? I need clarification, Katie. Oh my God, this is what she's talking about. This is why the judge is like, you aren't a journalist. This is what you're interested in.
Yes, allegedly, everyone.
This is literally coming from a friend of theirs that was like 35 years of being a friend. So I did just go there. One of the things that was pushed in the AUB, and I don't know if people want to go there right now, but we'll go there. You're 7.5 hours into this, so let's go there, bitches. They were really into colonoscopies. There was this leader in their church named Joe Thompson. He was a brethren, and he's actually Mitch Thompson, Aspen's husband's grandfather. Okay. So Joe Thompson was a brethren that he performed. He was one of the people that did the marriage sealing ceremonies, but he also convinced people in the church that they needed to do colostomies or I don't even remember what they're called. They're not colonoscopies. They're like, it's when they push a ton of water up your anus. It was like really big in like colonics. Thank you, colonics. They were really big into colonics. So when Joseph Thompson, he basically convinced all of these women and these men in the cult to come to him for colonics. And then while he was giving the colonics, he was sexually abusing the people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And Joe Thompson also practiced this belief that he had the bloodline from Jesus and believed that because he had a bloodline from Jesus, it was his duty to have sex with his children. And so he sexually abused his children and he sexually abused people in the church through the colonics.
Well,
Let's take note of Katie's tone. It never changes when you talk about stuff disturbing like that. Your voice changes. Katie's pitch goes higher, like she's excited, like it's getting it out there. While most people would quieten down their tone, you know, because it's a sensitive subject. It's not a sensitive subject for Katie. I don't even think she knows what sensitive is.
Katie, don't hold back. Tell us how.
I recently, someone reached out to me that's in her family, and I've even talked to her sister in the past, Elaine. But recently, someone in her family,
did you go to jail?
Never, no. And that's the.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I went back too far, and now I don't know where we are. I wasn't looking at the time, so just give me a minute. I don't think that was on the screen. Okay, so God, this is so typical of me not paying attention. Okay. Come on, universe, just give it to me. Like, let me just click and it should come up because that's my life. I am the fluke person, making my way through life by fluking it. Okay, should we go here? Why has the subtitles written profit like that? Come on, maybe they're dumbing themselves down too, because that's where we are. We have to bring our brain. This is not intellectual stuff. We have to dumb down to, you know, peas.
Like is obsessed with. Cody's obsessed with Owen. And Owen was sued for stealing all of Virginia Hill's money, and that money was used to buy a bunch of their compounds. And Owen and his buddies stole a bunch of her money, and they shoved the money in tin cans and they shoved it in their walls. Like they cut holes in their walls and then they plastered it over them. And then like there was just all like millions of dollars in the walls. Sex with his children. And so he sexually abused his children, and he sexually abused people in the church through the colonics.
Well, Katie, don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel. Like,
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
gosh.
Like some-
But this is the truth about this cult. This is what I'm saying. So what I'm getting to is when Cody and Mary were going through infertility, they went to Joe Thompson for colonics, thinking that that would help Mary conceive.
Oh my.
Yes, I know we've been here, but you would have to be a complete idiot to not correct Katie. These guys aren't even correcting her. Like, that is a normal thing. I can't remember who it was, but someone commented under one of my shorts, because, yeah, I try and release like 2 shorts a day. If you head to my YouTube channel and click on the shorts tab, yeah, go mad. They're all there. But, yeah, I released this one on Colonics with Katie. And, yeah, I can't remember who it was. Sorry, I think it was Christine, might have. Catherine, I think it was, said, look, that's not important, but my mind wants to know that Mary has a history, her family has a history of colon cancer. So she's probably been getting enemas and all that for quite a while. But also it's a way to get your health, like optimum health for IVF. I can't, like Katie is just so dumb, so narrow-minded. Like, she has not lived life. And then these guys aren't correcting her. They're like, oh, wow. Like, no, guys, where's your fucking brains? You're just swallowing Katie's garbage.
I'm pretty sure there's a book out there that could have helped. Right? Oh
How
my
do you-
goodness.
Joe Thompson was in the same church as Cody, Mary, Janelle, and Christina Robin. Correct. He was a brethren. So it's the Apostolic United Brethren. They have a council of like, I don't even know, at the time, maybe 7, 8, 9 guys. And he was one of them. And so they were going to Joe for colonics. And then through these colonics, Joe was sexually abusing people. So who knows if Mary was sexually abused during that process or Cody. And they weren't taking because the church doesn't actually believe in doctors. It's highly unlikely that she actually had fertility treatment or went to an OBGYN and like had doctors understand what was going on with her, because they just don't do that.
That is just.
Well, if you even understood Mary's history, it sounds like she knows what she's doing. I mean, she's doing the best she can. I mean, she's obviously ended up in the right hands. Just because you don't know, like, you just want to associate everything with abuse. That's why you said the wrong terms when referring to an enema. You just couldn't get away from the back door.
So crazy. And this is how, like, this is church groups that are like,
This is the cult. It's the Apostolic United Brethren.
that's
So
one way
Joe
to-
Thompson, he ended up getting kicked out of the cult because a bunch of his kids and people that were having the colonics ended up coming forward and then accusing him of SA, and then he was disfellowshipped or whatever, excommunicated.
Did he go to jail?
Never, no. And that's the problem, is that, you know, when Kody and all of them are on there and they're like, our leaders aren't like that, they're lying. They're lying. Christine's grandfather that she praises went to prison because he was trafficking children, and he was married to a 13-year-old.
Well, then that means he's probably out there still doing it, because men and women that do things like that don't recover.
No, I mean, yeah.
That was Katie's response to men like that don't recover. Yeah, what else were you going to say, Katie?
He's dead. He was murdered.
Oh, well.
He was murdered by her great uncle. But like, none of these guys are good people. And when Sister Wives was on air, by 2012, the new prophet was accused of essaying his daughter and at least 5 other people. And another show called My 5 Wives was canceled by TLC because one of the women accused her dad of essaying her, and he was the prophet of the Browns church. And they canceled that show and they kept the Browns because that wasn't good for business.
That's a nightmare. I haven't watched the Sister.
She's snorting the snot back up and swallowing it. Get a fucking tissue, you fucking disgusting bitch. That is so gross. Like, I'm wearing headphones, Katie. Have some respect. Like, fucking get a Kleenex. Oh.
Sister Wives in quite some time. When I watched it was when they were still building that huge cabin and all living in separate houses. So it's been a while since I've seen it, but
yeah,
I can't believe they've been on air as long as they have with all the situations going on.
There's another guy that was actually arrested. That was a brethren. His name was Palacios, Chevron Palacios. And he practiced the same thing as Joe Thompson, where he believed that he was Jesus and he had the seed of Jesus and he was going to implant that into all of his children. And he and his wife, one of his wives, ended up going to prison because he was basically R-ing his stepdaughters.
These are all traumatic stories and just a whole line of victims in the wake of this.
Yeah.
Aren't you disturbed? Katie's giving no trigger warning on any of this and just talking like it in casual conversation, like you guys want to hear this. And when I say you guys, I'm talking to the other 3 in this chat. They could shut her down and say, look, it's too deep. Like, we don't want to go into this. But that's what she's here. This is what she used to do with uni. She used to jump on his chat and take control of everything. It was the Katie Joy show. This is just disgusting. Also, for someone like Katie who says that she's had religious trauma, how come she does not understand the psychosis that comes from like leaders of cults? And, you know, when they just believe that they are talking to God. And we've seen that, like, in that, you know, Under the Banner of Heaven. And multiple other religious leaders of, like, around the world, different cultures. It happens. They just become so... Look, Katie, it's going to happen to you if you do not get some help. Because right now you've convinced yourself that you are the leading expert on cults and polygamy, but you don't do any good. You only harm. You offer no support. Like, what the fuck is your end game? And yeah, I love it now. Now I know what end game means. I'm just fully using it 3 years later.
And Sister Wives isn't telling you any of this. This is why my channel does what I do.
This is what my channel does what I do. I love it. I love it. You're so fucking dumb.
Secrets of Polygamy. Okay, so someone asked if I've been watching Secrets of Polygamy. I watched the first episode, but I wasn't impressed because I already knew all of the information that they were talking about. And they didn't mention that there's actually a hideout for the FLDS in Eau Claire, Wisconsin right now.
Really?
Yeah, Chevron Palacios. It's actually Pete, but that's actually not his full name. It's Palacios that's how you spell it. That's actually not his first name. Chevron is like his nickname or whatever. But yeah, he went to prison. I think he went to prison in like 2002, 2001. But yeah, Owen Allred also got sued for stealing money from an actress, and he ended up buying a bunch of property with the money. Owen was the prophet of the AUB. He's the one that Kody freaking loves, like is obsessed with. Cody's obsessed with Owen. And Owen was sued for stealing all of Virginia Hill's money, and that money was used to buy a bunch of their compounds. And Owen and his buddies stole a bunch of her money, and they shoved the money in tin cans and they shoved it in their walls. Like they cut holes in their walls and then they plastered it over them. And like there was just all like millions of dollars in the walls.
Is that what you've done with all the holes that have been plastered over in your house, especially your bedroom? And we got tins of money in there? Oh no, maybe rocks. Oh, cans of peas. That's what would be in there.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
John, are you here? He's so
yeah.
quiet.
I'm
I'm
listening.
sorry. I'm just like spilling all the polygamy tea.
I know my mouth, it just keeps
We're
hitting
all
the ground.
catching up.
What?
This is the kind of stuff though that I talk about on my channel. So it's a little bit different. Like I speak to the actual people in these groups. And so like I get the kind of inside story about what's going on in there. And this is what you hear. It's like what they show on the show is nothing of reality. It's so far removed.
Because we've already established that it's for entertainment. It's not a documentary. It's scripted. What the fuck are you on, Katie? It's like you can't put 2 points together. You just like, this is what I do. I'm the expert. I talk about this on my channel. I know it's a little bit different to the T. Why don't you fucking change your intro? I've been screaming this for years. And paint your walls, even though you're not on screen. You know, you could just put Frida in the chair and that would be perfect. But yeah, change your intro. I've been saying this since you were covering Gabby Petito with that intro. Tee. So are you a cult expert helping people that escape polygamy, or are you a T channel? Do you even know what your intro says? Are you fucking with it? No, no, no. To all those questions, I will answer them because my brain is not yours. Why are you so dumb? Why? I can't believe that you think you are someone in the whole world of advocacy for polygamy and all that. What have you done for them besides put money in your pocket? I'll be waiting all year because there's no answer. Crickets all round.
They weren't even friends. Like the wives don't like each other.
Yeah, you could tell by the way, especially when the Robin came in the mix. That's when you started to see the cracks in the foundation between all of them.
Yeah. Oh, no. It was way before Robin.
Oh, okay.
No, they've never liked each other.
Well, that sucks.
And Christine and Janelle are not as close as they appear on the show.
So is Mary and all of them, like, do they all still, like, are they all in the kids' lives still, even though they've all split and moved on with their own lives? Like,
But you know, Christine and Janelle do like the plexus things or like with Molly.
Yeah, Christine and Janelle's relationship is basically contractual for the show. So like everything on the show is a storyline, and they're effectively actors. And they were hired by this group called Principal Voices, recruited them for Puddle Monkey, which is the production company. And they were hired to portray a polygamous family to help them make and decriminalize polygamy.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So they were all a family, but they're portraying, like, I've spoken to people that have met Kody privately, actually on dating sites, and he tells people he's an actor.
I was just going to say, there's no way that man is monogamous. And, well, obviously.
It says on his Cameo profile that he is an actor. Are you fucking dumb, Katie? You know this. Why are we beating around the fucking bush? Why the fuck are we... It's like you have a memory shorter than a goldfish. Just, this is your audience that can't tell you, excuse me, Mrs. Polson, but we've been on this subject for the past 2 weeks. When are we going to move on? Well, you know, not 2 weeks. I'm just add a time in there. Anything. This is ridiculous.
He's not monogamous, but like, there's no way he's not stepping outside of his already relationship without, you know, there's just no way he's not cheating on Robin.
Okay. So I was talking to someone that was on Sister Wives in season 6. And when the cameras weren't on, Kody was acting like a good, dutiful husband when cameras were on. But when cameras were off, he was flirting with every woman in the room and like scoping out everyone.
I believe it. I believe it for sure.
He is like,
add to his stable of women.
oh yeah, they're constantly looking. And like, I actually found out from someone in the AUB, you know, Nathan, did you watch this? You watched this season, John. You know how Nathan was on when Kody's buddy that lost his wife that left polygamy?
Yes.
I was actually told that by someone that knows Beth, that's his ex, that Nathan is a monster, treated her like crap. And Kody actually tried to recruit Beth as a wife before Nathan.
Well, now that all the other wives left, you know, he's going to be adding new ones soon.
He actually is not going to because the church wants nothing to do with him right now.
Really?
The church have wanted nothing to do with them since they started the show. Even I know that. Because my memory doesn't fade. This is shit. This is absolutely like not Alcoholics Anonymous, but what would it be when they like enable you and just swallow your lies and put you up on a pedestal and like get those palm leaves out and they're like giving her air because she just knows everything about Sister Wives. Except she doesn't know that they're actors.
Yeah,
He's probably an embarrassment to the religion now.
well, no, he's not because he's like every other guy in the religion.
No, I don't think they want anything to do with him. Because he went public with
Because
it,
he's
or
public. Because he's public. These guys are dangerous. You don't understand. Like these dudes are
predators.
they're
Allegedly.
they are 100% predators. So a couple months ago, someone that was in the
These dudes, you should not be an advocate or in talking about what you are if you call them these dudes. And you think that these are the only predators in the world? I know she doesn't, but God, she's just so closed off from like logic. She's just so in there. It's like, what's that lyric? Like her... Yeah, I can't even think. What's happened to my brain? Yeah, he's not part of the church. He hasn't been part of the church. They haven't been part of the church since they started filming TLC. I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure, Katie, you said that at one time too. But you just dismiss it with whatever you cover the next day. Because it's all so new to you. It's all so shocking.
cult actually gave me a bunch of content from their youth group. And so I have like all these videos, and it's literally video after video after video of men in this cult talking to kids and grooming little girls to become their wives.
Yeah, I heard that they start grooming very young and tell them how to be a wife way before.
I have literally audio of a man scolding the boys for even daring to talk to the future wives of a man in the church.
Yeah, they view all the children, the women growing up as prospects for the older men.
Correct.
And
And
dating.
one mom contacted me and was crying because her ex-husband took her 12-year-old daughter to a dance.
I have a 12-year-old.
Why are you repeating this? I doubt that anyone divulged that information with you knowing that you would just go straight onto a live and say it, because that is your behavior. That's your pattern of behavior, Katie. Why do you feel like it is your right to say someone else's story? I'm fucking shocked. Fucking gross.
I don't see how these mothers stay in that after that. But then again, I guess because if you do leave, you're excommunicated and none of your kids are allowed to speak to you if you choose to
This
leave.
woman has been fighting for her kids for 7 years, and she still is not legally divorced. She filed in 2016.
You know, they remind me of George Jones. Is it George Jones? What's that guy's name? Jim Jones. Jim Jones, where if you leave, you have to leave behind all your loved ones and no one's allowed to speak to you. It's
more like the FLDS.
Oh, they're pretty bad. They're really bad too.
They're exactly like the FLDS, but they say they're not.
I think the FLDS is more extreme.
No, they're not.
They're not?
They're not. They're not. They're
You don't know. You only know the surface. You don't know what goes on. It only happens in your imagination of what you believe goes on. And how dare you say they're not as bad as the FLDS? They haven't been uncovered to be anything worse than the FLDS. Are you fucking kidding me, Katie? Are you fucking kidding me? What are you doing? I should have put a trigger warning on this. I'll have to go back and change it and make sure anyone watching. But I mean, I guess everyone's sort of already watched these, so maybe I'm the last one to react. I'm just shaking. I'm shaking. This is not right.
they're just different. Like they're still, the AUB is more military. They are paranoid. They stockpile weapons. They have militias. They are preparing their people for the end of the world. They're running children through drills with guns, with AR-15s, and teaching them how to build AR-15s, like from shit, teaching them how to shoot and defend. That some of these families have so many weapons at their homes. They're so paranoid of law enforcement that law enforcement will not even get involved because they are afraid that they will get killed. Like,
well, they end up going to jail if they're like doing
I-
all that. Go to
like,
jail.
I had a 2-hour conversation with Benjamin Brown, who is Cody's nephew. He was going to come onto my channel and he promised me an interview. And I'm 99% confident that Cody found out and he didn't come on my channel. And you know what he told me? If the FBI ever shows up to my dad's house in Wyoming, the ranch that Cody brags about, that the kids go and do cattle at, he goes, if the FBI ever shows up there, we will murder them. My family will murder them. It'll be a Waco.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Like JR Boss said, it's Waco. Was it or SC that said it's Waco? Yeah, SC said it's Waco all over again.
Yeah, like
I'm pretty sure that interview would be falling through right now because what the fuck are you doing? There's no way that anyone would allow themselves to be interviewed by you because this is what you do with the information. You just give it out and you exaggerate and you amp it up and you want people to be shocked, but you don't give any trigger warning. You're not there for the victims. This is the Katie Joy Show.
Ben said that they have so many guns and ammunition and like they are trained to fight and they have no respect for the law. He said that if we were ever raided, it would be Waco.
What's this, Brooke?
Probably my son. Probably tagging my son again. I'm assuming. How much went in bed, John?
What
And
is
so
wrong with that woman?
I like this comment by Susie. If you use a weapon, you always learn how to take them apart and clean them. It's logic, isn't it? Katie's an idiot. She really is. Remember when she got in trouble for posting all that stuff about the training camps in Utah? And she's like, oh, they're training them to be an army. And it was like Boy Scouts or, you know, but it's in Utah. Like that's their culture, gun culture. So for children to grow up, they need to know how to be responsible with a weapon. That's what was happening. And Katie took it as like, you know, like terrorist training group. Her interpretation of stuff is whack. Why can't these people see and call it out? They're just allowing her to say anything and everything.
Coyote Pass was going to be Cody's attempt to bring a community down to Arizona. So his motivation for that property wasn't to build houses on it, but he was going to try to get his own church started. And that never happened because the church wouldn't allow it. He was trying to work with the brethren to allow him to start a branch of the AUB, and they said no.
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like when you watch the show, it's just so different than the truth.
They are going crazy ever since John said RAKIN is MARCIA. Is it MARCIA or MARCIA?
It's MARCIA. I don't know how you spell that. I don't know.
Oh, what did you just say? And that's not her name. How they can just be so certain. I mean, I've got a whole file full of Katie's tweets where she, went off during that whole NATALIE thing, pointing fingers at everyone. This is who NATALIE is, blah, blah, and went through a whole list of people saying, oh, there's only like 3 accounts and they control all these like other accounts. Katie has no idea. She will pull any name out of her ass and say that this is who they are. She'll post someone completely different on her Twitter or her page and say, this is this person, and it's not. But like, that's what she's so like, spreading misinformation and no care in the world that it's not that person. Remember back to Gabby Petito when she said that some car was registered to some woman in like another country or something, in another county. Oh, look, my brain's like, look, we don't have enough brain power to think that far back. But you know what I mean? Like, you guys know what happened. If you know, you know. If you don't bother, like, trying to think back. Oh, she is just so annoying. Man, I don't even want to press play. Like, I don't want to listen to this.
It's spelled either way.
He was going to build his own Waco.
Or SHA. Same name.
So Cody has a ton of weapons, a lot of weapons. He loves automatics. He's like, he sells AR-15s, or he used to. He used to sell ghost guns, but those are illegal now. He was actually kicked out of gun shows recently because he was going to gun shows and then buying a gun from someone and then going back to his booth and marking up the price of the gun and then selling it without a gun, like without a background check, because he would bypass the stipulation that when you purchase a gun first, you have to do a background check, right? So he would go a background check for himself, but when it's consigned and you buy it secondary on the market, you don't have to do the background check anymore. So he was like trying to circumvent the rules and also mark up the price, and he was illegally selling weapons, and he got kicked out.
That's going to end badly.
Oh, and here I come with the information that I don't really know what I'm talking about because, we don't have guns in Australia. But I read somewhere that in Utah, their gun laws aren't that strict, so he can sell guns without needing a license. So, Katie, maybe you should have looked into that, I'm pretty sure, like, there's more depth to what I'm talking about, but, I'm just giving you the main key points there, the key words.
Yeah, he's got so many weapons.
Those poor kids.
Yeah, they've been very abused. So have all the women. I mean, even Robin.
Oh, poor Robin.
I feel like I'm just like vomiting out all of this history.
The whole family.
It's eye-opening. Heck, I haven't watched the show in a while, but now I want to watch it and see what's happened since. Everybody's just taking it in, Nikita.
What this is? You want to talk about RAKIN? I don't have any information on RAKIN other than like
it's done to you in the past. Like, what's your experience with her? How she came into your life somewhat?
She came into my life through Teen Mom.
With the Amber videos?
Probably, or Janelle.
And what was she doing? Like, what was she claiming? And what was she trying to help you?
It's hard for me to even think about what she was doing because she honestly was like, there's so many of them. RAKIN's just like one. You know what I mean? Like, she's one person that's a thorn in my side, but she for sure likes to tell people that I abuse my son.
Oh, who said that? Reagan? Oh, I'm hopping in her boat. There's 2 people in Reagan's, sorry, is it Reagan? Because in Australia, I mean, I have a friend called, spelt like that, her name's Regan. But, yeah, I'm in her boat too, Katie. But I kind of give you the benefit of the doubt because I think that you don't know that you're harming your son, but you are harming your son. There's one CB short, and I'll link it down below, and you have to watch it. Katie bullshits about what her son can't have because he has gastroparesis. And then in the next clip, it shows her giving her son that in his feeding tube. Because when she needs him to be sick, she will make him sick. It's like the bedroom alone is a red flag. If her son was as sick as he is, why does she put him in such unhealthy environment? Cats locked up in cages at night, a kitty litter on his side of the bed. Dogs, cats in the bed during the day. What the fuck? Why is an 11-year-old boy forced to sleep in the bed with his mum, in the marital bed? Why is no one saying that is a red flag? He's 11 years old. And this is what Katie is interested in. She likes these details. She will talk so loud her son can hear this shit. Her son has asked her about life expectancy because she didn't clarify with her son that she was reporting on someone called Von. That she wasn't talking about him and he was laying in bed listening. He's gonna die, all this. Like, what the fuck? Not just the feeding tube, but there's so much more. How she jumps from diagnosis to diagnosis, disregarding the first one and taking on the one that she gets the most attention of. And then only a few months later, she's an expert in that, like, disorder. She's a tubie mum. I know I've got a lot of tubies on this channel, and look, I'm there with you, and this is what we do. And in that video, she shows she takes her son off a complete nutrition diet, a blended diet. Like, at one point, I was on that formula. And it just gives you all the nutrients, everything you need. And she puts him on this broth that has no vitamins, nothing, it has 3 ingredients. She is a doctor and she can switch it off whenever. And I've even done videos where, like, Katie, so when she was fired from her job and left working, like, February 2016, it was 4 months later. 4 months of parenting her child 24 hours a day without any help, because up until then he was in daycare. So when she left the job and became his full-time carer, 4 months. And then he was on a feeding tube because she didn't have the patience to feed a child with delayed motor skills, which happens when you were born prem. And I was born prem and I went through all that delayed stuff, but my mum never let me know. My mum never let me know that I was different, or that I was never, like, I didn't walk till I was 2, but my mum never guilt tripped me or said that was bad or anything. Like, there's stuff that she could have done to help him, like put him in the pool, build up the muscles that he didn't have. I'm so emotionally invested in that. And yeah, if I don't say stuff, I mean, that's what's kept me here. I can see the damage that she's doing to her son. And I see it so clearly, and I see the evil in her. I see the evil because not even detectives on, like, CSA cases can sit there and detail stuff monotone, no reaction, and then wipe away the drool. No one that I know that works in cases like that could speak like that. She's evil. She's written articles about her son asking her for dick. Why is that not an alarm? Obviously he was asking for a drink, but she wrote an article the night my son asked me for dick. What the fuck? There's a difference between clickbait and like shocking content and bringing people in when you're using your son. Like, he is isolated. She picked where she moved to because her parents, her brother probably, friends were questioning her. We're questioning her choices with her son. So she moved an hour away to isolate him, to further abuse him and not get questioned. She's an abuser. So I'm climbing on board with Reagan. And yeah, and I'm bringing extra oars if anyone else wants to come and sit in this boat. And Katie, it took me a long time because you know what? I never had the confidence to speak up. But hey, now I do. What are you going to do? Because all the proof is there. All the proof is what you have shared. And I'll link it below the playlist without a crystal ball, old articles. Because that's where, you know, it's Dear Mummy Dearest, basically. That's her diary of a woman that needed to get help after she gave birth and didn't go and get any psychological help, therapy, because it's a lot. When you get a child, it's a lot. They weren't ready for it. They're still in their deep alcoholism, and they still are to this day. That's why Katie's come on here. That's why she's able to spill all this bullshit. She'll wake up tomorrow and have no memory of it, or wake up and be so guilt-tripped that she'll just drink more. That's her coping mechanism, not going to get help. And the therapist that she was taking her son to, like, to help with his motor skills, to help with certain things, they called her out and said, you aren't doing the homework. Your son is coming back and he's just, we have to start at step one every time because she's not doing the homework. She's not doing the upkeep because she doesn't care. She doesn't love her son. She's a narcissist and there's no connection there. It's all show. And it's a scary fucking world because holy shit. It's evil. It is so evil. So come on, universe. Please help us out and yeah, get some eyes. Get someone to review. Because also they get an exemption on their property tax as long as they've got a dependent under their roof that is classified as disabled and the feeding tube puts him in that box. And Katie wants to make sure that as soon as he turns 18, she's got that guardianship on him. Because if he gets a moment to think and have the freedom that he's never had and learns more about from other people and like starts to see that his mum is making him sick, if he has a gypsy moment where he's like, holy shit, I need to get out of here, and then she puts a guardianship on him, what is going to happen? This is a woman that wants to control everything. And she's gotten away with it for so long. Well, fucking 7M's coming your way. And I can't wait. But no expectations. Just manifesting that, putting it into the universe. But I don't really need to because I really think the judge sees through your bullshit. Oh, okay, you've got to press play. Oh, look, I've paused it. My son. She never says our son. Because Toad's not her partner. He's her roommate and nanny.
Sounds very familiar. She likes to.
She accuses me of making up my son's illnesses and neglecting him.
They say the same about me and my daughter.
They've contributed to CPS being called at my house.
Same.
They have riled up a psychotic woman in the UK who ended up becoming a stalker of mine. Her name was NATALIE KENNETT. She swatted me so much that the FBI ended up getting involved.
She did not swat you. She did not swat you. You haven't been swatted. You brought NATALIE into it, Katie. You are the ringleader. You are the puppeteer. it's pretty fucking obvious, man. Because you were sitting back laughing at everyone that was getting attacked by those people, you know, in the Tati lawsuit. You were sitting back, you were encouraging it, you know, and then it was only when people were like, well, Katie must be behind it because she's not worried. And then the next day, I got threats too, guys. Fuck off. And then you threw Natalie under the bus because they got too close to you. Yep, iPhone.
Jeez.
And RAKIN like got super involved with Steve, and she's like one of Steve's, like, I think she doesn't like him now, maybe. I don't know. But she just basically gets, like, when they got Natalie riled up, and they all work together. So it's not like RAKIN is an individual, but she like works with a group. So she's not, you're not just being harassed by RAKIN, you're being harassed by like all of her people. And she has a whole posse of like sycophants and psychos that will like terrorize you.
Oh yeah, been dealing with her.
That is a bunch of bulldang. That's exaggeration. That is like, Katie, are you insecure or something? You just make up so much bullshit.
For over a year, she used to be a part of my channel, and then I forget why she, like, I remember that I think I blocked her for some, I can't remember the reason, but since then she went running to my biggest stalker of 3 going on 4 years and has been helping her dig on everything. SA, my DV, my marriage that RAKIN was helping to get the divorce thing going, having CPS called, calling my child.
I think she's like a paralegal.
She is, and her husband's a lawyer. She says.
No, he's not a lawyer.
Oh, he's not a lawyer?
No, she's just a liar. I think she's a paralegal, and she's full of shit is what she is. But all of these women are anonymous, but they're not. She's not anymore. They all started as harassers of Janelle Evans. They all hate.
No one hates anyone, man. You are the only hater. I am so sick of this crap. I'm not even rolling my eyes. I'm like, this is pathetic. It's not true. Katie is threatened, obviously, by RAKIN, so she's making up all this bullshit stuff. We're all individuals, Katie. No one's got a group, but we can come together and bitch about you, which is great. But we all are individuals with individual minds, and we are all, which I think, yeah, I reckon 90% of us are more educated than you. I reckon 100% of us might even be, you know, more in tune with the world than you. So just because you don't know what's going on and you get a bit overwhelmed and threatened by these people, you got to put your big lying pants on, because that's all you got, lies. You got no truth.
Janelle Evans, Eason, whoever. And now Janelle is her own thing, but T-Mom isn't as hot. And so they have to like suck off the venom or whatever of other people. And they don't want.
Suck off the venom. There's only one snake. That's you, Katie. God, suck off the venom. I was like, what is she going to say? What word are you going to say after suck off? I was not expecting venom. You know, either was Toad.
Anyone to ever be able to talk about whatever they talk about, but none of them can be successful because they're so psychotic. They
carry that same energy all this time.
They're by far, what I've learned about this group of people is they are extremely mentally ill. Most of them are probably have personality disorders. I'm convinced most of them have like borderline personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder.
Absolutely.
Because they will accuse you of doing everything that they're doing to you. And then they're so good at gaslighting that they think like they start to mirror what they're doing to you onto you. And then they accuse you.
Mirror. Have you got a mirror yet, Katie? Have you? This is just the carousel from hell. Round and round we go. You have no self-awareness. So you don't know that everything you are pointing your finger at, that's what you are, Katie. Everyone is a hater. No, you are. And guess who you hate the most? Yourself. Do you know how I know that? Because, Katie, I studied behavioral science and I read your body language like, you know, if anything comes out of this, you are the most fascinating subject to study, as in body language, because you don't know. You say one thing and your body says the other thing. You are a walking contradiction. You're the narcissist. Do you know how I know this? Well, God, go and have a look at the checkbox thing. Tick, tick, tick. But you don't know who you are, so you don't see yourself in those traits. Who are you, Katie? You don't know who you are. Every day you're a different person. I mean, we've watched you be Lindsay. We've watched you be Emily. We've watched you be all these women that you are threatened by. But you have, you know, where's Katie? Or is she, you know, well, yeah, Katie, you're still the same person you were 20 years ago. That is sad.
Of doing things that they're actually doing and you're not even doing them, and you become the target of whatever they're actually doing, and they accuse you of what they're doing, but you're not doing it. And then they are gaslighting the people that follow them by, they all work together, so they pump out all of their videos.
Yes.
So you get like 25 creators all putting out the same content about you, right? So now there's an entire community that believes that I'm a child abusing, narcissistic woman that does all of these evil things, and I need to be taken down because they have created all of the spin that's false. And
I
they
swear it's the same.
Yeah, they call me a sex trafficker.
Yeah, like they call me a child abuser.
They call me a neglectful mother. They say I lied about my essay when I went to trial, and the guy got a life sentence for that. Well, not just for, like, that was what enhanced the sentence. Plus he killed a friend of mine, and RAKIN went and got all the documents about it. And now she threatens me that she's going to read all the documents, tying me to it, you know, as
The
her.
best thing that I can tell you about this group of people is like to just ignore them. Like, it doesn't matter, because you'll never be able to like have a conversation with them and tell them that you aren't who they say you are.
I don't even get their reason for hating. Like, RAKIN can't say I've done a single thing to her.
How many people, do you have a channel?
Oh yeah.
How many people follow your channel?
It's not much. I've only been on for like 2 years, but 4,000. But like, you have an anti-KJ community. I have an anti-SIWA community, just like John has an anti-JY community.
Anti-bug
The
community.
same
But
group
that's what they do, is like
performance every day.
they're behind all of those antis. They create those antis, and they're creating a gaslighted version of who you are.
Right.
But
Yep,
if you are in that
exactly.
community and that's all that you're consuming about me, you're going to think I'm a psychopathic, murderous, like child abusing bitch.
And then
Because
they do all that thinking, oh, I'm anonymous. No one can put
so
out my
what they
stuff.
do is they get these other creators that are slightly unstable and that are covering content like me. Like, there's another creator who is become obsessed with me down the rabbit hole at night. I don't know this woman.
Wait, is that the same one, John? Is that the same down the rabbit hole we know?
No,
okay.
it's different. It's a different one.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Isn't it
down the
down-
rabbit hole news. She goes by down the rabbit hole news.
Okay. I was gonna say,
And the rabbit hole news is psycho, though. She fucking
Oh, yeah, she's an interesting one. Yeah.
she's psychotic. She thinks she knows everything, and she also believes that I'm a child abuser. And so what these people do is they're really just like bandwagon people that are like they're like a subset of people that have like no one in their lives. And listen, I'm an isolated mom of a child that has severe mental or version of who you are.
right.
But
Yep,
if you are in that
exactly.
community and that's all that you're consuming about me, you're going to think I'm a psychopathic, murderous, like child abusing.
Murderous? You are cold. We don't need a group to tell us that. We come to that conclusion on our own because we can see with our eyes. Katie, you just basically said that the people that are anti-you created every anti-group. They created the John Yates one. They created the other one. I can't even think of their names because of what you've done to me. Nearly an hour of your shit, and I am so over it. Like, I can't take this pettiness. Like, this doesn't this shit drains me, and I'm like, what's the purpose? They're just talking about people, and these people are accepting Katie like what she's saying is the truth, but it's not. Why does anyone talk about anyone else without that person there? It's because you can say whatever you want when the person's not there. Why wouldn't you just go to the person? Why? This shit is like bullying, high school. You know, it is fucking beneath me. That's what it is. You know, Katie, like, what? This is what you love to do, but I don't like to cover this. Because it's like, oh, God, she's a fucking loser.
Bitch.
And then
Because
they do all that thinking, oh, I'm anonymous. No one can put
so
out my
what they
stuff.
do is they get these other creators that are slightly unstable and that are covering content like me. Like there's another creator who is become obsessed with me down the rabbit hole at night. I don't know this woman.
Wait, is that the same one, John? Is that the same down the rabbit hole we know?
No,
okay.
It's different. It's a different one.
No,
Yeah.
that's
You
down the
look
rabbit hole news. She goes by down the rabbit hole news.
Okay, I was gonna say
And the rabbit hole news is psycho though. She fucking
Oh, yeah, she's an interesting one. Yeah.
she's psychotic. She thinks she knows everything, and she also believes that I'm a child abuser. And so what these people do is they're really just like bandwagon people that are like they're like a subset of people that have like no one in their lives. And listen, I'm an isolated mom of a child that has
I'm an isolated mum with a child that has severe, and she says mental. She doesn't know. It's her usual, she should know. It's her usual spin. But she's an isolated mum. She isolated herself so that she could continue to abuse her child. And I say that with so much, 90% confidence, 99% confidence. Why the fuck is Toad letting her get away with this? Why the fuck is Toad letting his wife sleep in the same bed as their 11-year-old son? How is that not fucking up with his, he's going to be going into adolescence. He's going to go into his social development. He's going to be going to school and finding out that every other kid does not sleep in the bed with their mum. That's the kind of control that Katie has over her son and Toad. Toad can't even speak up and say how wrong it is.
severe mental or not mental medical issues and autism. So I'm an isolated person, but I channel that in a way that's like to work to the.
Why does she not say that he has panhypopituitarism? Adrenal insufficiency. These are more profound disorders than autism. Not that but it's just she just wants to be an autism mum. That's her biggest thing. Whenever it was Katie, way back when, Without a Crystal Ball was just a blog, and she was chronicling the life journey living with not mental illness. Oh, Katie, I did that too. Look what you've done to me. Our journey with our chronically ill son, and then with every diagnosis, she would add that to the end of it, and then it would be chronically ill child with autism. It's wrong. It's wrong because she doesn't even know what the main disorder is. And she will list all these different symptoms that fall under one disorder. You don't need to list all those. So do you really know, Katie? I mean, her son has gastroparesis, and that's why he's on the feeding tube. I have that as well. Like I said, it comes really from being born prem, but different. He was born 5 weeks prem, and I was born 8 weeks prem, and I have always had a very bad digestive system just because the final stages of pregnancy is when the the stomach cells are activated, and that's what breaks down your food. That's what absorbs the nutrients from food and allows your body to work and digest properly. So kids that are born premature like miss out on that stage. And yeah, gastroparesis basically it has to do with spina bifida, but yeah, paralyzed digestive system. Mine is not as like it still is paralyzed, but I mean, I've done the hard work. It's a lot of hard work. I can't eat what other people eat, and that's fine. But like messing up his diet, so he has gastroparesis, and that's why he's on the feeding tube. So why is he eating processed cereal, gluten, processed sugar, everything that is harmful to his gut, that is just going to sit there and is not going to digest, and it will build up and it will become toxic and he will feel sick? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she know? And whenever she is on camera and someone questions her and asks her to, what does your son have? Speak it through, tell us. The way she delivers it is like she's all distracted, not really paying attention because she doesn't know. She's not like, the mum down at the library researching everything, trying to find a cure, like coming up how she can understand it in her mind. I mean, we've seen she doesn't even understand simple shit. The judge said that she was a journalist. That did not happen. She read that in a filing, and that's how she came to that conclusion in her mind. Plus, she's still in active addiction, substance abuse, alcoholism for well over 2 decades. She's not capable of raising a special needs child, especially in the early days that he was premature, so he would have been needy. He would have been extra clingy. And for someone who doesn't like children, doesn't care for children, she only had a child because her husband and her, shook on it, made a deal. And then they were going to adopt. Can you fucking believe that? Yeah. So her addiction has always come first. Her child has never been her priority, and everyone is just a prop in Katie's life, to make her appear like she's part of society. The picket fence, so she can do all the damage she wants inside her little isolated house. Fuck, she shits me. I swear, in my head, the movie, The People Under the Stairs, that's their house. I swear that's their house. The mum used to, it was a Munchausen by proxy situation. That's a horror movie.
The good. I don't get involved in all of this crap, right? And these people are like so sad in their lives that all they want to do is just create. They're like, I would akin them to like QAnon. Like they live in a world of conspiracies.
I don't even think it's conspiracies. I mean, I think they know better. They know what the truth is, but
They're sycophants. They're like psychotic.
Yeah, they get off on
hurting people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
True.
And so like if I say to someone like, I am not who you said I am, they'll say, oh, look at she is who she is. That is who she is. Like there's multiple pages on Facebook of groups of people, and all they do is post my Instagram posts and my YouTube videos. And at this point, you might as well be fans, because all you're doing in there is talking about my content. And then all you're doing is reporting my content. And then you're then going to your channels and reporting about what I reported, but you're not saying that I reported it.
Right.
Your channel should be so much bigger than what it is, if that was true. If they are basically your fans feeding your pocket, why is your channel not growing? Why has it kind of plateaued? You just hit a brick wall. I think it's because you're in a lawsuit and all your money is going towards your lawyer instead of paying for subs, But Katie, that's all right. If this is what you believe, that's fine, because this is what you chose to do on your Saturday night. Get on here and talk shit about other people. So, when you need self-awareness to be able to see, how am I? What's my input in this? because you are not innocent if you actually knew what you were putting out, if you actually understood yourself, knew who you were, because you don't know who the fuck you are. You are a leaf. You will like flip-flop from one thing to the other because you don't know who you are. You stand for nothing. You don't stand up. You just sit and shit.
You know,
But imagine, Katie, imagine them doing that to somebody who's not even really a content creator.
and it's sad. I mean, like their hope with me was that they would stop my growth. And that's what their
Well,
hope
they
is.
did it with me. Like my
Yeah.
I've been stymied.
The only reason why they did it to me is because I supported SIWA.
Oh my God, I always forget this like fact. Who was it? Daddy Uncle Sal. I keep forgetting the parents in that movie are brother and sister. But have you seen my little ages ago? I can't remember where it is. It might be on Instagram. But I merged Katie's face and Toad's face together. Like all I had to do with Toad was just tilt it, you know, a little bit so the chins match. But I'm not being mean because that is reality. That's what we're dealing with. And then like Toad's face came, they matched faces. I'm like, they basically could be related. You know, with Toad's family tree. I am so mean, but Katie, you've done this to me. You are bringing out this kind of filth in me. This is what happens when I consume filth. Oh, Goose, it's called The People Under the Stairs. I just fully stuttered. I want to watch it again. I love it. I had the biggest crush on Full. He's the the kid, like, because these robbers break in. Yeah, it's not scary, but also the rap group is cool as well. People Under the Stairs.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who any of you are, and I don't know I have to go to the bathroom.
We'll go to the bathroom. Geneva,
Mute yourself before you go, though. Just
I'm gonna go. I'll be right back.
on
Okay.
the
I'll be right back.
on the Rumble that they're streaming still. Can you fill us in on that, Geneva?
I'm not watching it anymore, so I don't know. I just know that they were, it seems like, having a field day with this panel. And yeah, I don't know. Ever since you said allegedly Rakin's name, whether it is or is not, like I totally started getting threat texts.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say you were getting a bunch of threats.
Like threatening my family, threatening my job, like, you know, the stuff that they do.
Do you ever get tired of that?
Mm-mm. Nope. And so they're all over there just, I think Maria was like telling people to, like, she's trash, spamming, texting, telling people to do all kinds of crap. I think Mass Report, and I haven't looked in a while, so I don't know, but last I saw, they were having a field day and Cooch is still streaming this. So,
well, I hope someone sent in the strike for that, because it needs to be done.
yeah.
Because she's going to keep doing it as long as she can get away with it.
Yep.
It won't matter.
It will matter. Someone had the link that can email
Or
it.
make
And I'll send
another
it in.
one. Like it doesn't matter anymore. Like
She'll lose her monetization and she'll have to start over. That's the point. And
on
eventually she'll get
Rumble,
tired
like,
of it.
it takes like 5 seconds to get monetized to begin with on Rumble. Like, you know, it takes nothing to get monetized there.
Well, she's going to keep doing it then.
Is my point.
Yeah. Both her and Brooke and Rakin. Now Rakin's doing shit over there too.
Great.
Look, I think your life might be better if you just stop talking about other people, stop making up lies what they are doing. Like, why do you care? Just go about your business. What is fucking chasing your tail? What is it doing for you? Because I don't know you, it's making you look like you're a bit like Katie. Is your mind that small? Is this what you want from your life? Do you want to dumb down your brain so much that you're just part of a pack, that you will never be able to think for yourself again? That's what's happening. You basically turned into someone, I don't know who you were before or what, but you are becoming, or you are right now, showing me someone who cares about what other people are doing, what they're up to, more than you even care about, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, my brain my brain's like, look, we've been here for an hour. Do we need to be here for much longer? I know. I was like, should we wait for Katie to come back? But she's going to be a while because she's got to, get a new one. Just don't know. I mean, we have heard Katie Pierce, like P-Gate. I'll link that down below as well. Scar your mind or refresh it if you haven't heard it in a while. Yes, I can hear the fountain. We've also heard Toad Pierce as well. Remember Mount Rushmore when they were downstairs and he went to the toilet with the door open? Because that's what they do. They never close the door. Why would you? When you're an alcoholic, you got no sense of smell. I mean, you must have no sense of smell if you put the kitty litter in your bedroom. Right? Right? Oh my God. Okay. Should we wait till Katie comes back? Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to press play and then think about it. If she takes too long, we're out of here.
Posted a whole video on, I don't even remember. I think it was John on.
Yes, they played the
Rumble.
clip of John and Easter Marie and that whole thing and saying John and SIWA trying to rewrite history. No, we're not. We said he said those things, and that's it. Like, how's that rewriting history? There's a
It's really funny how they think people rewrite history. It's like they're the ones bringing up crap from a year and a half, 2 years ago. Like that's all they have to talk about.
But
The
God
stuff that
forbid, like,
happened
if you
that long ago.
you bring anything up,
Yeah,
that's like more than a week old. That's
Yeah.
in the past. We're not talking about that.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day when they tried to tell Julie that I'm driving past her house and following her to work or whatever. It's like, how am I going to do that from the other side of the country? Really? Like how? She's on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. How does that work?
Like Vaulty, I heard her say something like, someone mentioned something from that happened a few months back. Why are you talking about something like from a few months ago? We're in the present, but you're playing 4-year-old videos of mine.
Right. It's like, thank you so
So-
much. Thank you for posting this. Now everybody can see what really happened. We all know what happened. We were just showing exactly
And
what
God
we said.
forbid people change or try
They
to
don't
do
let
better.
that. They don't let that happen.
No, they
We
don't.
definitely don't.
No.
Imagine if we did that to Cody Brown.
That's why Katie took so long. She went downstairs to get another bottle of wine. Did you guys hear that pop of that cork open? Oh, it's a sound that I know well. Listen, she just popped her. Okay. Yeah, we might have to. Oh, have I gone back too far? Maybe. Fuck my life.
And she was repeating a script that her dad had fed her.
Oh no.
And her dad is in.
It doesn't matter anymore.
She'll lose her monetization and she'll have to start over. That's the point. And
On
eventually she'll
Rumble,
get tired of it.
it takes 5 seconds to get monetized to begin with on Rumble. It takes nothing to get monetized there.
Well, she's gonna keep doing it then.
Is my point.
Yeah, both her and Brooke and Rakin. Now Rakin's doing shit over there too.
Great.
She posted a whole video on, I don't even remember. I think it was John on.
Yes, they
on
played the
Rumble.
clip of John and Easter Marie and that whole thing and saying John and SIWA trying to rewrite history. No, we're not. We said he said those things, and that's it. Like, how's that rewriting history? There's a
It's really funny how they think people rewrite history. It's like they're the ones bringing up crap from a year and a half, 2 years ago. Like that's all they have to talk about.
But
The
God
stuff that
forbid,
happened
if
that long ago.
you bring anything up,
Yeah.
that's more than a week old. That's in the past. We're not talking about that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day when they tried to tell Julie that I'm driving past her house and following her to work or whatever. It's like, how am I going to do that from the other side of the country? Really? Like how? She's on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. How does that work?
Like Vaulty, I heard her say something like, someone mentioned something from that happened a few months back. Why are you talking about something like from a few months ago? We're in the present, but you're playing 4-year-old videos of mine.
Right. It's like, thank you so
So-
much. Thank you for posting this. Now everybody can see what really happened. We all know what happened. We were just showing exactly
And
what we
God
said.
forbid people change or try
They
to do
don't let
better.
that. They don't let that happen.
No, they
We
don't.
definitely don't.
No.
Like, Katie, you just went downstairs to get another bottle of wine so you can sit there for longer. Holy shit. Mute your mic next time. Did you bring the whole bottle up so you can just empty it into your sippy cup? Wow. Wow, what time is this? Like, holy shit, you're in for the whole night, but it doesn't sound like it's a full bottle. It sounds like, you know, there's at least some air in there. So, oh, did you crack it earlier? Did you finish half a bottle and now you're finishing the other half? Maybe you should get a mini bar fridge in your office. You would never have to go downstairs again, or get a little pulley system over the rails. You know, do a little science thing for your son. Then you can just do 3 taps means like fill it up with white wine, 2 taps for red, or just get, you know, I don't know, but I might be tuning out. We are making our way through this very slowly. I know, I wish that I could just commit and go for it, but little bits at a time. Otherwise I'm going to go fucking insane. I won't go insane, but like, you know, it's a drag for me. It's not, I don't look forward to this. I've just got so much good stuff happening in my life at the moment that like, this is like bringing me down to earth, but not down to earth, like a bit more, you know, when you miss earth and you just go a little bit lower and then it's hell. This fucking carousel, man, it's the same shit. Oh, I'm here for the wine and the sloppy mouth and the stuff that's coming out, but God, it's a bunch of bulldang. It's all lies. And this is just such a petty thing. Yes, a whole wine station. She could. Multiple casks. Do you have casks wine over there? You would, wouldn't you? We call them goon bags. But yeah, she could line them up on the windowsill and then just like whatever one, like maybe I feel like a bit of port today, maybe a bit of red. Oh, she could deck it out. Get the vodka going. Open her own brewery without a crystal brewery, with only a cold beer. Oh, look. Oh, Dirty Uncle Sal, it's going well. I'm still standing up. I didn't get through in my competition, but I won on my personal level so much. Like, I feel like the competition was just to get me there, but then like I won so much more in my self-development, and then I had to cover Katie. But yeah, like I'm definitely revamped now and like removed my own traffic jam, removed the cock block that I had on myself without a crystal cask. I like it. We can come at so many without a hangover. Katie hasn't woken up without a hangover in years. Like if she had self-awareness, she would be aware of how much she drinks on live. She'd be aware of what the judge has on her, like what she has shared. It's just ridiculous. What she thinks news is. It's just gossip. Wait, Katie, change your intro. But what would she change it to? Even if she just went back to the one that she had before Toad, you know, because that's Toad's ugly voice. Without a crystal more. Monotone Central in the Pulsant House. No time for, well, I don't know. My brain's just gone to mush. Yes, a 12... Cactus high five, Jamie. Jamie says, KJ sounds like a 12-year-old spilling tea at the lunch table. She does. It's like recess gossip. And she's like the queen of this is her pack. This is her mean girl pack. And all they do is bitch about people. So Katie is there and she's the bitcher of all bitches. Bitcher. You're a bitcher, Katie. Just like waking up, making up my own words now. Okay, guys, we are going to depart, but we will come back and wait. Should we finish it this week? I want to come back maybe tomorrow. I feel like I can't do two days in a row of Katie. Like I'll wake up tomorrow with less energy than I woke up today. And I've had oh my God, my week. I thought my week would just be, I'm too tired because on Monday night I was too tired to do anything, Katie. And I just crashed. Not crashed. I fell asleep on my couch. But yeah, I woke up Tuesday morning and I'd been bitten by a fucking spider. Another one, the exact same spot that I got bitten in before. Like 5 years ago, I was bitten by a white-tail spider, and every summer, like the bite mark swells up. And yeah, so not last night, like Monday night, something bit me again, and it's just so sore all the way down my back, all these like hives, and I was sweating, and I had a temperature, but yeah, I'm alive, but I had to go to hospital, and that I hate that because they're like, we're gonna admit you, and I'm like, no, you're not. I'm going home. You are not admitting me. I just hate hospitals, and I hate people. I hate being out of my house. And I was just like, look, I know what's going on. Just let me know if I was bitten by something deadly. And if I didn't bite, they said if I didn't die with a whitetail, I'll be fine. I'm like, okay. There's so many spiders because it's so hot. Like they've got to come inside. And yeah, it's just, I'm like, why always in my bed? That would be the worst spot. Like a spider just sees me sleeping like a beautiful person, sleeping like a beautiful cactus, and then bites my neck like a vampire. But I'm still here and I'm still alive. I'm just a little bit, I'm just dehydrated and from sweating, but it's so hot. Oh, I need some snow. Oh, you just came out of hospital because of, oh my God, because of Ozempic. I don't know how to say it. Hang on 1 minute. Oh my God, sweet Melissa, seriously? Melissa says, I just came out of hospital because Ozempic, is it Ozempic almost killed her. Oh, you had strokes? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you went through that. How scary. Oh my gosh. I only know yeah, there's like people, there's not many people speaking out about the negative sides of it. I've only seen one, like this comedian I follow, Jamie French. She spoke about how it fucked up her whole like anxiety, her whole digestive system was like ruined. Just so much happened with her. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's just that, and your doctors should know and stuff, but it's like, I think because it's still experimental on itself. I don't know, because everyone's using it for weight loss when it should be used for diabetes. I don't know. It's so scary though. You just don't know how your body's going to react to anything. Oh, major damage. Well, I'm so glad you could show up here and take in this bulldang. Oh my gosh. Sending you love and hugs, cactus hugs, but with oven mitts on, because, you know, I don't want to hurt you. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jamie French pissed off a bunch of reactors a few months ago. I just don't, you know, if you're going to take a comedian serious, you really should not be on their page. Yeah. Then I've got like comedians taking me serious, and I'm like, does anything serious ever come out of my mouth? Like, I'm allowed to be not serious. I'm never serious. And they're like taking me serious. Isn't it weird? Oh, okay, guys. Well, we will regroup again for part 4. I'm sorry this is dragging on. I mean, I can't take too much of it. I'm putting myself first. I choose me. Not you, Katie, and not your tea, and not your cold tea either. Even if you made a cup of tea, I don't think it would be nice. I think it would be topical ointment. And I'll also link my video that I did on Katie's face from last year, July 2023, when she did a big report on what's happening with her face, because I believe she has MRSA. Do you say that, or do you say Marissa? Or do you say MRSA? You say MRSA. And staph infection, and I think she's got so much going on there. But because she's in active addiction, she's not going to go to a physical GP appointment. She's prioritizing her addiction over her own health denying it. I don't think she's even in reality. I hope the new 7M filings bring her into reality, but I still don't think that will. She'll read it and come up with her own version of what it says. Like that, and why, like, maybe we should send the lawsuit, the filings, all like paper clipped and neat and, you know, highlighted direct to Toad. I think he needs to know what's going on because he's only getting what Katie's telling him and he thinks they're going to win. But yeah, guys, I will have to depart. I think my brain is totally... Oh, Ginger. Let me sit on that question. My favorite comedians. Most of them are dead. Most of them are dead. But I will answer your question next time when we're hanging out. Hopefully you're around, or we'll just have to hang out and, you know, make a live worthy, because I don't feel like this is fucking worthy. I feel like this is making us dumb. Like, I don't want to be dumb. Do you? No, do you? That's okay if you do. Like, if this is your cup of tea, that's fine, because Teen Mum was my cup of tea for so long. I know. Because I don't think he thinks for himself, Melissa. Melissa says, why doesn't he just grab V and run? I think that he is conditioned by Katie, you know, like, this is as good as it gets, baby. You know, you're not going to get any better than me. Plus he's like bankrupt and can't get his sales up and lives in a celibate marriage, and it's comfy for them. And I don't think he lives in reality, although he has managed to get sober, stay sober. He's given it a good go, and Katie is the stupid wife that won't support the husband because she doesn't love him, doesn't care for him. If she did, she would stop drinking in front of him, because he's the one that was like, his whole family is like addicts, drug addicts and alcoholics, and, you know, so really not going to get any chance with Katie. That's their only common ground, is their substance abuse. Yeah, no wonder Toad sleeps in another room. Okay, guys. All right, take care. Give this video a like, share it, comment below or not. But yeah, come on, comment below. Obviously, I might have missed something. If I did, at Cactus Bill, let me know. And yeah, we will continue this slow and deadly journey. And we will drag it out, Katie, for as long as we fucking want to. Because we can. Katie, I know you're not listening, but I know you are. I'm just talking shit. Hey, Cactus crew, have a good time wherever you are. What day is it? Wednesday. Have a good day. Don't waste it on this. Oh, there's so much other Katie stuff going on, but this is where we are. Okay, this is where we are, and we will continue, and I'll catch you then, guys. Take care.